Hello, everybody. This is Tamasha, Mother Earth's Healing TV. Welcome. Thank you. Today is the first installment of the year for our series on Toxic Tuesday. So let's get right into it. I thought this would be a perfect topic for the new year because so many people, excuse me, I feel like my camera's a little slanted. So many people make the New Year's resolution of getting healthy, living a healthier lifestyle, losing weight, getting rid of medications, stop dealing with different diseases and stuff like that. That is typically the New Year's resolution. So I felt like this was a good way to begin the new year by talking about the toxins, because a lot of times people just go straight to Jenny Craig, they go straight to Weight Watchers, they go straight to the fad diets, they go straight to the diets without thinking about the toxins that are also contributing to your weight gain or lack of weight loss, and the illnesses and the different little allergies that you and your family have developed. So I wanted to talk to you about the 5 toxins that I learned about probably at least 15 years ago, maybe more, simply by watching Dr. Oz on Oprah. Do you remember when Dr. Oz was on Oprah, when she had him come on like once a week? And she had Dr. Phil before they all had their shows, when they were coming on her show, and she would do specials and we would get so excited. Oh my God, Dr. Oz is going to be on this month. Like literally she had them on like once a month. This was back then when Oprah was still trying to get on top of her issues with weight loss and health and wellness. Dr. Oz talked about something simple that people could do to lose about 30 pounds easily without even, changing too much as just reading the labels, which is something you should definitely do when you're grocery shopping, and looking for these 5 ingredients. The number one is sodium nitrate. BHA, BHT. There are different names for it. Like I said, to find the technical information on this stuff, just go to my blog page. But sodium nitrate, it's found in processed meats. So if you eat stuff like bologna, salami, pepperoni, Spam, any kind of processed meat, you will find sodium nitrate. It gives you a greater risk of heart disease. And the reason why they even invented most of these nasty chemicals is for preservatives, and they add color. For the reason for no sodium nitrate is to prevent botulism. Okay, why are we even having to worry about botulism in our food? Okay, so that's one of them. So if you eat hot dogs, sausage. I have a friend who gets really bad headaches when she eats sausage, anything pertaining to sausage. Well, that's probably why that nasty chemical right there is affecting her negatively. So another one is food dye. Now, this one is affecting our children more than it's affecting us, because everything they eat and want and crave and is appealing to their little eyes has food dye in it, artificial color. So if you see anything like food dye, red dye number 2 or blue dye number 7, and sometimes they may have a mix to create a color, these are all added artificial things that are not necessary. None of them are nutritious. And so from what my research tells me, food companies add over 15 million pounds per year of food dye to their foods. And that's 5 times more than what they did when our parents and our grandparents were growing up. So stay away from the food dyes. Another one, MSG. That's an oldie but goodie. If you ever see in your grandmother's cabinet something that says accent, it's the same thing. It's supposed to accent the flavor. MSG means monosodium glutamate. You'll find it in Chinese food. You'll find it in a lot of soups. They use it in processed meats, and it's in a lot of canned foods. It's all preservatives. It's all meant to make it look prettier, to last longer, to sit on the shelf more. It's not nutritious. Another thing we need to pay attention to nowadays are GMOs. genetically modified organisms. Now, basically what they do is like DNA cloning. They take the DNA from one thing and they force it upon the DNA of another thing that's totally not related, and they create this one thing. So you have this goat pig, or this dog horse, or and it's pretty much like that, but they're doing that with our food, and it's not a good thing. Do your research on it. I encourage you to do your research on everything that I'm talking about. Follow my blog if you need statistics, if you want to read doctors' statistics and stuff like that. Go to the blog. It's all there. Okay, so we talked about GMOs. We talked about MSG. We talked about sodium nitrate. We talked about food dye. One other thing that is just about in everything and you have to pay attention to is high fructose corn syrup. That stuff is in almost everything that our kids want as well. It's an artificial sweetener. It's made from cornstarch, and it has contaminants in it like mercury, but it's not regulated highly by the FDA. So it just kind of goes, a lot of things by the FDA gets kind of pushed through. If it's little minute traces of it, then they're like, we'll just put a blind eye. We'll pretend we don't see that. But the problem is it's affecting us. It's affecting our health. All of these artificial flavors and sweeteners and colors and all of this stuff, it's affecting our hormones. It messes with our endocrine. It's an endocrine, excuse me, I hate saying that word because I can never say it, disruptor. So therefore, it throws your hormones off balance, and that causes you to have all these different sicknesses and ailments and diseases and stuff like that. So you should definitely start reading your labels. 70% of Americans consume something that has high fructose corn syrup in it. And if you have a child who has been told that they have problems like ADHD, or they have all these allergies and all of this stuff, pay attention to what you're giving them that has food dye in it. That ingredient right there is what's affecting our children the most, because they're getting it the most. So, it's depression, it's eczema, it's rashes, it's weight gain, it's all this stuff that you can't figure out. Look at the food that you're eating, start reading your labels, and detox. A good way to get rid of all of this stuff and stop craving all of this nasty food is to do a detox. And when you do the detox, make sure you're using chemical-free products, chemical-free produce, which means if you're not growing it yourself, get it organic. It may cost a couple of cents more, but in the long run, your health, your body will thank you. It's totally worth it. So do a detox and use organic products when you do it. Otherwise, you might as well not do it. So I hope this helps. Please follow and subscribe to my channel, Mother Earth's Healing. Follow my blog page. Find me on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. I am on Pinterest. It's all about health and wellness the natural way, chemical free. Love you. Thank you for joining me for this version of Toxic Tuesday, and I will talk to you next time.